Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm just heading into Costco to check out what they have in store for keto and low carb eating or diet, just because my husband and I have recently gotten back into the low carb diet just because it makes us feel a bit better. And I thought I'd go through the store, kind of plan out and see what I can purchase from there so that when I do groceries next week, I can easily figure out what we're going to eat that week and kind of plan ahead. So come and join me. So this is a new product at our Costco, and this would be good for someone who's on keto, especially if you're working out. So this is the original 7G Bcaas. These are a 1.4 kilo bucket or container for $80. So these come in 11 lime squeeze flavor. It says it's got 0 calories, 0 carbs, and 0 sugar. It's got 90 serves in there, so you do 1 to 2 scoops a day, it says, or depending on how often you work out. And this is for muscle recovery and electrolytes. And electrolytes are really important on keto. So I'm not sure if you do an MC or a BCAA one, and if you're not working out, but that's definitely something to look into. And then we've had this one. This is the Muscle Farm Combat Protein Powder. So we had it when it used to be cookies and cream, and we used to get it in the US as well. You get 6 pounds in this. There's 25 grams of protein in the bag, and then you've got the BCAAs and glutamine, and it's gluten-free, and it's got 5 protein sources, and this is $75 for the 2.72 kilos that you get. And you can see here, if you're doing net carbs, it's only actually 2 carbs per scoop. And then over here, this is another new product here at our Costco, but it has quite high amounts of carbohydrates in it, so it wouldn't really be a good choice for keto. I think also because it's a high calorie formula, so this might be for someone who needs to gain weight, which obviously keto wouldn't really be a really good thing for you. So this one is bulk protein. You get 38 serves. There's 26 grams of protein in each scoop, and this is $54 for 2.3 kilos, and it's chocolate milk flavored. So there's quite a few options if you're looking for protein bars or something easy to eat on the way, or like on the go. So there's the Jimmy Protein Peanut Butter Chocolate Bars. So these are $30. They're a little bit higher in carbohydrates, so they're 4.6. And then you get 18 bars at 58 grams each. So these are the peanut butter ones for $30. And then we do have the Quest shakes now in Australia. So these are really big in the US, I know, as well as the Premier Protein, but I don't think we have them here. So the Quest protein shakes, they have them in chocolate and in the vanilla. So the vanilla is only 3 carbs. And then the chocolate one is 4 carbs, and they each have 30 grams of protein in a shake, and you get 12 shakes in a box here and they're 325 mils, and these are 44. And I was looking at these ones, and these ones are simply protein. It's a variety pack of protein bars. So if you are doing net carbs, this one's actually a negative, so I don't know quite how that works, as I've never really come across like a lot of stuff like that. So anyways, this one has 5 of each flavor. So there's dark chocolate, sea salt, lemon coconut, and peanut butter chocolate. And if you look here, so the carbs are in one bar is 40 or 4.5, but then there's 7.5 grams of fiber, and that's in the dark chocolate. Then the other one is, you can see each of them are kind of like a negative if you do that. So I think it's because they're made with so many different seeds and such. There's lots of fiber in there. And these ones are $25. They do have these ones are that go with that protein. So I wonder if these ones are keto. Probably not. Yeah, see, these ones have 8.6 grams of carbs in them. So this would actually be good for anyone who's trying to gain weight. So if you're trying to bulk up quite a bit, these would be good. Then they have the Atkins ones here. Sorry, these ones are $27.98, and you get 12 40-gram bars in here. And then the Atkins ones are 20 bars of 640 grams in total. So you get 10 of each of them. So one of them is 34 grams, the other one is 30 grams, and these are, looks like cherry and coconut and milk chocolate bars. So they're each 2.7 grams of carbs. You have 1 gram of sugar and 7.4 grams of fiber, and these are $29.50 for the 20 bars. Then they have the low carb protein bars. So protein bars in general are really good if you want a quick snack like coming home from the gym, or if you're out and about and you don't want to take a full meal. These are good to kind of tide you over till you get home. So the low carb protein bars, there is the chocolate, it's like whipped, and then there's a salted caramel fudge. And these ones are 24 30-gram bars for $29. And I'll just show you the nutrition for them here on the back. So they don't have very many carbs at all, especially if you're taking away the fiber. This is a really good keto product. This is the Cocoa Earth MCT oil. So this has no flavor whatsoever, and it's awesome. You can mix it in your coffee, your smoothies, your shakes. You can use it in recipes, and it's just a readily available oil because it's already broken down, so your body doesn't really have to do much other than use it for energy. So you can see this is all the information here about it. And we use this, like I use it, my 1-year-old uses it, I sometimes give it to my older kids because it's a nice way to quickly kind of get to your fat like goal or whatever of the day, but it also is very satiating, and it's not like really it doesn't make you feel like you're eating a lot of fat. Like when you eat a lot of butter, you sometimes can feel a bit nauseous, where this stuff doesn't. And you get 1 liter for $28.50, so that's a really, really good deal. Also, the Purely Inspired Collagen Peptides. These are grass-fed and pasture-raised. It's collagen from beef. So this is also formulated for biotin. So this is good for anyone who's keto, dairy-free. It's got no sugar added and gluten-free, and it's paleo-friendly. It's unflavored, so you can add it to your coffees or your protein shakes, things like that, and it's not going to change the taste. And this is also good for postpartum hair loss because of the amount of collagen that's in this. I actually found out because I was having kind of like this, where it started to happen again later on, and I think that has to do with a limited diet because of all my daughter's issues. But this stuff, what you get in the little like hair, skin and nails pills is not anywhere close to what you need. Like you need a lot more, because this one has 20 grams of collagen peptides in a scoop, where you're only getting like a small amount when you're taking one of those pills, unless you're taking lots of them. So these, I know lots of moms rave about this for hair loss as well as like brittle nails and all those things. And this is really good just in general for anybody, right? Because it's got protein in it. It's got, the collagen is really good for your skin, your body, your bones, everything. So this is a 590 gram container for $36 here at our Costco. Two of our favorite snacks other than nuts on keto is the shiitake mushroom crisps. So they don't have anything extra other than you've just got your mushrooms, vegetable oils, maltose, sea salt, yeast extract and spices and natural flavoring. So because they are mushrooms, they are a little bit higher in carbohydrates, but you can see they have 8 grams of dietary fiber. So this bag here is for $7. And then the other thing that we really like is these Local Legends air popped pork crackle. So these are really yummy. They're Himalayan salt. It's $7 for the container of this one here. They're a little bit higher because they do have tapioca starch on them, but I mean tapioca starch is not horrible. So the carbohydrates you get in a serving, you get 2 grams of carbohydrates, so it's not horrible. Or sometimes you can get some of these that are 1 or less, but we still like these for $7 because you get such a good big bag. Our favorite aisle for keto at Costco is like the preserved aisle, so the one with all of the pickled vegetables and stuff. So these are they're jalapeno peppers. We haven't gotten these ones, but my husband loves these. He's got another brand. So you got 1.8 kilos for $8. And then we've gotten these pickles. We actually have a jar in our fridge right now that everyone's kind of eating away at. These are 1.9 kilos of the burger slice pickles. And they're really yummy. They're more like salty and vinegar than dill, and these are $6.90. Then there's organic kosher baby dill pickles. These ones are 1.36 kilos for $8. There's the Velasix kosher dill pickles. These are the really big ones. You get 1.9 kilos for $6.60. So these are much better prices than you'd find in Woolies and Kohl's and Aldi's, especially for the quality of the pickle that you get, or the olives or whichever. So these are crunchy hand-picked Cornichons. These are 1.4 kilos for $8. And then olives. Olives are so yummy here. They have the Kirkland Signature Spanish Queen olives, and you get two 935 grams, or these are 595 grams when they're drained, and this comes out to $19 for the two of them. And those ones look like they have pimentos in the inside. They've got artichoke hearts. This is a really, really good deal because you get such a small amount for like $3 or $4 at Woolies. These are marinated artichoke hearts in oil, and you get two 940 gram jars for $15.50. And these are really good on salads. And then there's the pitted Greek Kalamata olives. These are 2 kilos for $13. Again, really good, and you can make like a Greek salad without like orzo or rice or anything, and those are really yummy in those. My middle one actually loves olives, like absolutely loves them, just like my mom and myself, and she could eat like a whole jar. It's pretty crazy. She just wants to eat them and eat them and eat them. So these are julienne cut sun-dried tomatoes, and you get 992 grams for $15.50. These are a little bit higher in carbs because they are a tomato, and because they are sun-dried, they sweeten up, right? Because they get concentrated. But you could use a few of them for flavor. You just cut them up because a little bit goes a long way. And we throw them on salads. I've thrown them in hamburgers when I made them. You could throw them on chicken, all kinds of stuff. This is Sandhurst, which is a really, really good brand. I buy my sun-dried tomatoes at Woolworths from them because they're the only ones that don't preserve them in oil, so you can get like the actual full tomato or the julienne pieces, but here they only have the Polish sauerkraut, so you get 3 500 gram containers for $7.50. If you're doing paleo or like a modified keto with lower dairy, you can get the clarified butter because they've taken the milk solids out. So this is New Zealand grass-fed cows that provide this butter, and it's 2 1-liter containers for $30. And it's got, with a ghee or clarified butter, you've got a higher smoke point. It doesn't require refrigeration. It's suitable for individuals with lactose intolerance. So this is a really good option if you're doing a lower dairy or you have issues with lactose. And then this is the best coconut oil to buy at Costco. So it's the Kirkland Signature. You get 2.48 liters. This thing lasts forever. It's good for cooking, for baking, for fat bombs, everything you can use this in. It's really good. And this whole container is only $22, which is amazing. And then the other oils that are really good for keto at Costco are the avocado oil. So this is 100% pure. This is 1 liter for $16. There's also, this is a new product now, so Kirkland Signature now has 100% Spanish extra virgin olive oil. So this is 3 liters for $19. They still have the garlic infused from Farmer's Harvest. This one is 1 liter in extra virgin olive oil, and it is $12 for this bottle. So that would be good for like salad dressings, or to like drizzle on salads or on fish, things like that. They now have the Kirkland Signature. Let's see if I can turn this bottle because it's so big here. So they now have the Kirkland Signature olive oil. So these are the 2 3-liter bottles, and they were out for quite a while here. And this is, so you get 6 liters for $29. And then they do still have the Kirkland Signature extra virgin olive oil. So this is a 2-liter container for $17. Mayonnaise is another really good staple to have in your house if you're on keto, just because you can use it in like salads, to make your own salad dressings. You can use it to make hamburgers, or I use it in like tuna salad and salmon salad and things like that. So this is the Best Foods one. This is 1.9 liters, and it's $12 this container. So that's a really good deal. And I find that this is the best mayonnaise to get, especially because it's prepackaged Hellmann's. This is the new, certain parts in Canada and the US are called Best Foods, as well as here in Australia. This is a really good option for like a salad topper to kind of change things up, so give some extra flavor, some crunch to your salad. So this is an organic salad topper from Honest to Goodness, which is an amazing brand here in Australia. So it comes with sesame seeds, pepitas, sunflower seeds, pine nuts, almonds, and cashews. And it's only per serving. So there's 40 servings in a pack, so it's 25 grams. It says it's only it's 2.1 carbs, and then the fiber is it's 2.2 carbs, and the fiber is 2.1. So that's pretty awesome. Sometimes you'll find these with craisins in them, or like dried cranberries, but that will obviously boost the carbs up a lot, so it's nice to see one without. And this bag, which is 1 kilo, is $20. There's different types of nuts here in the store. So in the kind of near the baking aisle where the rice is, you'll see the plain ones that aren't salted or roasted, and you'll get bigger bags. So there's like the Fresh Life slivered almonds for 1 kilo is $16. There's crushed toasted peanuts. You get 1 kilo for $6. There's Brazil nuts. You get 850 grams of these ones from Fresh Life for $13.90. There's macadamia pieces. This one is 500 grams for $14. Then you've got these bags here of hazelnuts. These are roasted but unsalted, and these are $20 for 700 grams. Then there's pine nuts for $35. Then there's the pecan halves. So these are good for, like, you can throw them on salads. If you're doing baking, if you're making like a crust for a cheesecake or something, these are really good, as well as the walnuts I'll show you. So this bag is 908 grams for $17.50. And then you've got the walnut halves. This is 1.36 kilos for $20. And then the last nut that they have here is the whole almonds, and these are 1.36 kilos for $17.50. So these are kind of like the ones you would bake with, right? Because they don't have any flavorings or anything on them. And then up front, which I'll show later, they will have all of the salted, mixed and roasted nuts and things like that. I love throwing some salmon in, like with some mayonnaise and spices on a salad. So they have these 6-packs here for $25. And they've got John West tuna in spring water. These are, you get 6 of the huge cans. They're 425 grams for $23.80. And then if you want the smaller ones, more like the individual serving ones, these are the 95-gram cans. You get 12 of them for $13.50. And then they have these tuna in oil. These are 185 grams for $20. And you get 6 of them. Also, there's the Kirkland Signature Premium Chicken Breast. So I've never actually had this, but I know a lot of people rave about these. This is a 6-pack, and they're 354 grams in each can, and this is $17. So if you've ever tried this, let me know how it is. I'm always kind of leery about like canned tuna, canned chicken and beef and things like that. I don't know, I'm just worried that there might be something wrong with it. But we do eat the canned salmon and tuna, so I don't know if that's any different. It's always good to have cocoa in your pantry when you're on keto, just because you can add it to so many different bakings and things like that, because it's fairly low carb, because it's only 2.9 grams. And this is 650 grams for $12. Almond flour is a good thing to have as well, just because you can use it to bread like chicken, or you can use it to bake all kinds of different things. So this is 1.36 kilos. It's a Kirkland Signature brand for $17. So I'll show you the spices that we always have, so that we use in a lot of our cooking or baking and things like that. And I like to sometimes add cinnamon to my coffee. So this is the Saigon cinnamon. You get 303 grams for $5. We always have the granulated garlic. This is 510 grams for $8.80. And then we have the garlic powder. It's much cheaper here. This is 480 grams for $11. There's the mixed herbs. We get this one. It's 135 grams for $5.80. I use this in like the keto pizza crust, like the fathead dough, as well as like if I make a pasta sauce or anything from scratch. It's always good to have peanut butter on hand, but you have to worry about getting the premixed ones because they often include sugar. So you can see here Skippy, which is delicious, has sugar as the second ingredient. So we have that for the kids, but we wouldn't use it ourselves. So the options you have here at Costco is they have a mixed nut butter now. This is the Kirkland Signature. You get 765 grams. So this is almonds, cashews, pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, and flax seeds for $13. So because it is nuts, you do have a higher carb count, so you just have to be very sparingly with these. So like more of a treat than anything else. No, I wouldn't use them often unless you're going to maybe throw them in a protein shake or something to bulk it up. So there's creamy almond butter. This is 765 grams for $10. So here in Australia, one thing you could use is the Vegemite. So this is really good for B vitamins. I know a lot of women are recommended to eat it when they're pregnant. I don't like the flavor of it just because I find it a bit too strong, but my husband loves it. And he's one of those people who uses a ton of it, not just like spread it on and scrape it off like a lot of people do. So if you can see here, it's got hardly any carbohydrates. It's less than 1. And 0.04 grams of fiber in it. So you get 950 grams for $11.80. So it's a fairly big bucket. And you can use it, I know people use it in broths and in like just on their toast, or you can use it in different cooking things. If you need like anything that you could probably use beef stock for, I think you can use the Vegemite for, but it does change the flavor because I have used it and you do notice it, especially if it's not something that you really like. You will notice that flavor. If you're like me and you're doing non-dairy keto, almond milk is a really good option for you. Like I use this in my coffee, when I make smoothies, so things like that. So this is a 12 pack of almost a liter. So they're 946 mils in each of these, and it's unsweetened for $19.50. And then they do have the barista almond one. So this is organic. You get 8 1-liter containers of the almond milk for $28. Coconut cream is also really good to have on hand for baking. So you get 6 400 ml containers, and this has a lot of coconut cream in it, for $13. And then coconut milk as well. So you do have to be a little bit careful because sometimes these ones have, like they do often have thickeners. So I wouldn't be drinking it all the time. It might be something that you might use for like a one-off baking or things like that, because you can see that the carbohydrates are quite high. And there's no dietary fiber to offset it. But this is 3 1.25 milk containers. So this is the Cocoa Soul organic coconut milk, and that is for $19. So these are the other nuts they sell at Costco. So these ones tend to be roasted and salted unless they specifically say they're not. So Kirkland Signature has cashews. You get 1.13 kilos for $25. Then they've got whole organic cashews. These are 1.13 kilos as well for $24.50. And these are unsalted and unroasted. And then they've got the unsalted mixed. So these ones have cashews, almonds, pistachios, macadamia nuts, and Brazil nuts. This is 1.13 kilos for $27. And we always get the salted version of this one. So it's the same nuts, but they're salted and roasted. And these ones are $27.50. And oh, this is a new one. Oh, neat. So Kirkland Signature now has snacking walnuts. So I wonder if these have, they're 100% walnuts. You get 708 grams for $12.50. So that's a pretty good deal. And then they have other things like pistachios that are shelled. And those ones are $24 for 650. So those are the other ones we get. You have to be really careful with some of the mixed ones, like these ones here. You're like, oh great, there's a pub mix, but then you look at it and you can see that there's like soy crisps and pretzels. So those things you kind of have to stay away from. So the best ones to get are like the Kirkland Signature nuts that are just either salted or roasted, and the mixed ones. And then they have the shelled pistachios, which is a really good deal as well. And the last thing they kind of have here at Costco is the beef jerky. So they've got lots of different ones from Jack Link's. And this is 310 grams of the original beef jerky, and it's $13.90. And if you look here, like with me, I can't have soy because of my youngest one, but the carbohydrate count, I mean, they are a bit higher because they do have to use sugar and stuff to preserve them. But as long as you're kind of careful with it, you can have these as the occasional treat. They do have these organic ones that are beef sticks. And these ones have less than 1 gram of sugar, 7 grams of protein. These are $16 for 10 of them. And these are gluten-free, soy-free. Oh, that's good. Nothing artificial, dairy-free, non-GMO, and no MSG added. And then here, these ones have a lower carb count, so much lower. So these would be a better option. But if you can't find something like this, then you can kind of make it work. I mean, you don't want to get the ones that are like honey flavored or anything crazy like that. I'm curious to see if the Jack Link's beef sticks are the same. If they've got, yeah, see, they still have a higher carb count. So if you can find ones that have the more natural options, these are really good. And for $16 for 10 of them with something that's like dairy-free, soy-free, gluten-free, I mean, that's still a pretty good deal and it's organic as well.